watching Thrifty Kaniffy.
Hello everyone and welcome to Thrifty Kaniffy. Well, today we're going to be taking a look at a Rough Rider. Now this is a knife, I don't know what happened, but I never reviewed it. I've had it for quite a while, probably over a year. But I wanted to take a look at this one today. This is one I really like and wanted to show a real budget knife today. One that's very affordable, one that anyone could buy. So let's take a close look around the knife. We have a closed length of 3 3/8, not quite 3.5, just shy of that. And we've got a 440A stainless steel blade. Got a half stop. And the blade measures 2 5/8. Got a cutting edge of about 2 1/4 inches. So nice little blade length there. This would be UK legal for sure. Plenty short enough. And just a wonderfully done brass figural knife. You've got this cowboy motif on this side. You got the two cattlemen roping a bull. Just a ton of detail in that. See the kind of the background there. Dust kicking up from the horses. These guys are in full stretch and got their lassos whipping around. And the bull is trying to escape them, but looks like they're right on his heels. So it's just a really cool active scene there. And then on the back, you have upside down there, cowboy giving a tip of the hat on top of his horse. Really well done horse. You can make out quite a bit of detail in his mane, his mouth, his eyes, his ears. Cowboy wearing a Western style shirt and a cowboy hat. And you can see his hand there, kind of gripping the top of his hat. So yeah, really cool design. And it's got these spun rivets on it, nice and smooth. Just those three of them holding it all together. And you see this doesn't need any liners, but its fit and finish is very well done. So the brass is thick enough. We can just use that on its own. But it just makes for a really slender carry, right? And one that's pretty attractive. And there's the half stop I've talked about. And then goes into the full position. I'd say about a 6 pull on it. Walk and talk really nice. Very nice. And I like the long pull on it. That's always a plus for me when you get a nice, attractive, long pull on there. A little squared design. So many of the half moon designs. It's kind of nice to see something a little different. This one's really well sharpened. You can see the blade edge there is very consistently even across the entire length of the blade, which I could see people calling a spade blade. Wouldn't be offended by that. This is a rather attractive spade blade, if you're going to call it that. But also very close to being just a spear point blade. And there's the opposite side blade edge. Very sharp, very well done. They sharpened this extremely well. There is your blade designation in your steel, 440, razor sharp. And there's your model number there, RR1457. Made in China. But I really like this knife. It's just, usually when you have a figural knife, they're pretty dainty and pretty small. And not one that you could really do much work with. You can actually do a little work with this one. Big enough and slender, so you can slide that in the pocket and it just sort of disappears. Very, it's got a little weight to it. It's about 2.2 ounces. And I think that equates to just over 66 grams. So it's got a little heft to it. So you kind of feel it in your pocket. But when you sit down, it's not poking in your side since it's so slender. So just a really well done knife. And the thing I like about it, I guess the most, is that it's hard to find any super budget knives that I haven't already spoken about previously on the channel. And this one's just $10 over at Smoky Mountain Knife Works. Or if you don't want to spend that, go over to Chicago Knife Works. They've got it for $6.41. Now, of course, you got to pay the shipping on top of that, but you know, if you're buying a few knives, this is a good one to just kind of toss in the basket. It's not going to set you back much. And it's a nice little, you could use it as a little gentleman's carry. You know, and it's still get a little work done with it. It's not so dainty that you can't do a little something with it. And just has a really nice shape to it. Feels good in the hand. And it's got a little bit of a swell there at the end. Tapers off. I guess you could call it sort of a, what do they call that? The sleeve board style pattern. But basically just a little jackknife, figural brass jackknife. But pretty cool. And I really dig this knife, and I think for a budget pick, it works well. You know, there's Christmas coming up. If you're thinking about gifts for one of your loved ones, you know, this might be one to consider. And again, being from Texas, I kind of appreciate the cowboy motif. And just really appreciate this nice, affordable knife from Rough Ryder. That's going to do it for my review, guys. Hope you enjoyed it. Make sure you like, subscribe. Stick around for the slideshow. We've got some detailed photos. And hit that bell. We'll see you next time. Take care.